Welcome back to another episode of my team, or not my team, but Next Gen Career Mode. Last episode, which was obviously yesterday, you heard me cussing because my teammate didn't win. Well, he just screwed stuff over. So technically, I know this is supposed to be a kids-friendly game, kids-friendly YouTube channel, but in reality, though, um, I'm changing it to like where I could say what I want, and it's not like meant for kids, like people can comment and everything, but just don't be surprised if I say cuss words. Um, I think that's the first time I've said cuss words, I think, this season. I could be wrong, but you never know. If we get a 24.7, we beat our goal time. It's good enough for 29th here at Dover. But like I mentioned, more than likely it will be 2 episodes per week of this. And obviously you saw that we did skip the breaking point. And like I mentioned probably either last week or the week before, um, that you can't expect us to do a breaking point every week. So I'm not 100% sure if we'll do it next week or not. I'd say we'll probably have time. Booster with a horrible qualifying, or actually RFK in general, because Keselowski qualified in 36th, Booster in 31st. So we qualified ahead of both of those guys. So Joy qualifies 25th, not bad. Your top 10, so Kyle Busch is your leader here, or qualifying pole. Followed by Chase Elliott, my guy Chastain. I don't think Chastain has won yet. Hoping for him to win here. If we give away a win to Chastain, I'll be fine with it because he's our favorite driver. Chase Blaine 4th, Briscoe in 5th. Kurt Busch top 10 qualifying. Kurt Busch really doesn't have speed to stay fighting for a playoff spot. Larson 7th, Logano 8th, Eric Jones 9th, and 10th for Kevin Harvick. So obviously that's pretty much interesting, but I guess here we go to the race. We're now starting 28th because someone had to go back. I don't know who yet. Because Logano can qualify, I think, like 8th from what I said. He crashed during qualifying, so he goes to the back. Kyle Busch wins the pole. Last but not least, Keselowski does not look like themselves. Lap time is slower than normal. But Busch and Elliott will lead the field to the green flag. Both of them have already won. Elliott's looking to for sure punch his ticket in by 2 wins. Chastain in 3rd has not won yet, but we'll have to see what happens here. We get checked up by Cody Ware, who in real life obviously is suspended on probation or something for NASCAR in real life. Busher is kind of moving up. You just saw. I mean, we're trying to play it cautious, but we know we're in the points, like fighting for. We have 2 wins. We're sure locked in, so that's why you see us playing it cautious, not going to the right or the bottom lane just now. Like, Keselowski's ahead of Busher, even if he's slow here. It's pretty weird. Yeah, but like I mentioned, don't expect us to post. And like I mentioned weeks prior, won't be posting the my team career mode until this NASCAR career mode is over because I've got too much stuff on my plate this year. So basically, once we complete the only season of this career mode, unless they make a 2023 DLC, this will be the only season of the career mode. But they probably won't because they're more focused on the IndyCar game coming out in 2024. We'll probably have a career mode on that. I'm not 100% sure that far into the future yet, but you never know. Well, we know for sure we're at least completing one season of F1 and one season of this. Not sure if we're on the second season of F1 or not, so it all depends. But I'd say we'll be finished with this season probably by November. I'd say November. By the time it hits November, I'd say we'll be done with this. It'll be 2 videos per week on this channel there. So see, we get Priest up in the wall. We're fighting in 30th right now. That's how bad this. Well, I wouldn't say it's because the car is bad. I think it's because people just keep brake checking us. So that's why you see we're just going different ways here. Here we are, 29th. We started 28th, so we're not even going to finish, I don't think, because once the top 10 cross the line, it's official. So looks like we're going to get P28 in the stage. So we may have just hit Amarillo to get back to P28. Probably a stupid move because we would be on the bottom lane. No one needs to come to pit road, but your stage winner was Kyle Busch. Larson, he started 7th, is up to 2nd. So Larson on the move. He could possibly have a chance here. Harvick started 10th, he's up to 4th. I don't really see anybody on the move. Well, actually, Truex up to 7th. He qualified, I think, in like 13th to 15th or in that area. But I'd watch out for Truex and Larson, though. They seem to have fast cars. Well, we're starting back in 28th. I think this is the time to be aggressive. We have 18 laps. Unlike the first stage, we only had 8 laps, but 18 laps sounds a good enough amount of laps to me to get up front. I'm hoping to get to the top 15, but we just cannot get to the bottom lane. Hoping to get to the top 15 before the stage is over. If not, maybe a top 20. I don't expect us to gain stage 1, so it'd be surprising if we did, though. But then again, we've won twice here, so we've won twice this season, so what's not to be surprised about, you know? Yeah, but I think Motorsport Games and NASCAR ties will be no more. I believe they just announced it yesterday, or last week. I could be wrong, but I think that's what NASCAR said, or Motorsport Games official. I think that's what they said. So, obviously, if that's the case, we won't be getting another NASCAR game until maybe 2025, late 2024, who knows. Maybe 2025 before we get another NASCAR career mode. So, just the simple facts. I mean, we could always do NASCAR E4, but I just don't think going back is a good idea, you know. We definitely don't want to play NASCAR Ignition, so NASCAR Ignition sucks, let's be honest. But we are right behind Keselowski, who was supposedly slow, but he's sitting He's fighting with us for 22nd. This should be an easy pass, just because of the fact he's on the top lane. Corey LaJoy in 24th, he was right behind us, but then we passed Kozlowski. Bale has fallen back. Bale started in the top 13 or top 14, I believe. Has fallen back. Same with Hamlin. Hamlin. So for some odd reason, Kyle Busch and Truex are the best Toyotas in the field. Well, this is not a surprise. Kurt Busch has fallen back to 19th. He started in 6th or 7th, I believe, what I said. But he just has fallen back. I don't know what's going on with... I mean, he has speed in qualifying, but his race pace ain't good. So, I mean, because in reality, though, he retired after 2022 season. So hopefully he can get a win. So we'll just call this his final season, even though we're not doing another season. Because we know it is his final season because of that concussion he got in real life. But he didn't even finish out the whole season, though. But in this one, he will be able to finish out the whole season because this is not real life. So that's a good thing about it. So hopefully Kurt Busch can win or make the playoffs. That'll be satisfying, considering, like I mentioned, in real life he did not. Well, he made the playoffs with that win at Kansas, but it was waived ineligible, and it was just for owner's championship because he had a concussion. Had he not had a concussion, though, he may have been good enough to maybe compete for a chance at the round 12, round of 8. So pretty unfortunate about the times of that. Like you see, we're sitting 17th. We have not got to Blaney yet, but he made a mistake here. He went to the top instead of the bottom. But we gave Blaney room. We could have easily blocked him and checked him up, but we decided just to give him room. There's still a long way to go in this whole race in general. So I just passed him though because I gave him room. Stenhouse up to 15th. I don't know if that'd be a good thing or bad thing. Suarez qualified 11th, so he has definitely fallen back. But I think the pack has just been shuffling up and over. Elliott was up to the top 10. He's outside the top 10. I think Truex as well was ahead of Elliott there. Truex was like at 6th, and now I think I'm pretty sure that's him that's falling back. But it's still Kyle Busch out front. I mean, so if you want, but Kyle Busch has just been the dominant car of the season so far. He has shown that. But obviously my goal, considering how we've done in the past races, my goal is a top 10. I know it's probably weird to say, but we're already up to P15, so, you know, never say never. I'm not giving up. So I think our goal, our race, will be top 15, top 10 every weekend. Try for that. If not, you know, you never know. But I think we're gonna get past Suarez here. We lunge up his inside. We managed to clear him on the first shot here. We're pushing Elliott because he's Chevrolet, but Elliott's just falling off the pace. I mean, look at the facts. Truex, Elliott, they are falling off the pace. And you see, obviously we want to be on the bottom lane for this restart, so I'm hoping to get up to P11. That's why you see us pushing Elliott, because Elliott's got the better car probably. Maybe. I don't know if I'd say better car, but you know, it is what it is. Haley fighting for a top 10. Where did Haley come from? I don't know what's going on there. Colleague looking to have maybe get 1 point. I think we're going to make the move on Elliott here. Nope, he's not going to let us. Elliott's not going to let us here. Well, Haley is going to have a shot even at getting this foul. I can't remember if it was Cole Custer or Harvick. I mean, Elliott just kept blocking. I don't know what we were supposed to do there. I mean, but like I mentioned in stage 2, we wanted to finish top 15. We got it. So Cole Custer actually was the guy who got the last stage point. Bowman was in 8th, I think, in stage 1. He got 2nd. Eric Jones gets 4th. Eric Jones I mean, who knows? The person who would shock playoffs at this point would probably be Eric Jones, if he were to win here. Because that team's supposed to be mid-pack. We've already got 2 wins on the season from starting in the almost far back. Most of the season we've started in kind of in the mid-pack area. I don't know, like. I mean, Haley maybe. And we're now up to 10th. Chastain falling back, unfortunately. But it's probably because he's not in the bottom lane. And there you clearly see Chastain has moved bottom lane as soon as we said that. Chastain has moved to the bottom lane, and now he's up on the top once again. So I don't know what's going on there. $18 laps to go. We're up to P8. Logano up to the lead. Kyle Busch down to 3rd for whatever reason. Kyle Busch has led I think he's led all of the laps. I don't think anybody's been able to pass him. So all of a sudden, Kyle Busch is down to, well, he's now fighting for 2nd. I don't know who's in 2nd. I think I don't know who that is in 2nd. I'm just being honest. But it looks like right there in 4th. When you talk about shocking in playoffs, well, I don't know. Well, we still have not managed to get past Larson in the 6 car. We've been side by side with this man, and he just has not been able to. You see, we hit the wall once. We check up. Logano is in 1st, so Logano could steal the win away from Busch, who's led all of the laps until stage 3. 15 laps to go. We're sitting P6. Also looking for a top 5, but you see who's in 2nd. I believe that's Chris Buescher, who started in the back of the grid with his teammate in 31st. I think that's Buescher in 2nd. Don't get me wrong. I don't know if that's Buescher or it's definitely a Ford. But if that's Buescher, that's a huge. I'm actually thinking that's Buescher. Well, we know if we pass Eric Jones, we'll be a for sure top 5. The only way to see if that is Buescher is to, I believe, pass Eric Jones. And you see we bumped the back of Jones. If we get a caution, there's only 12 laps to go, but if we get a caution, there's a possible chance here. Kyle Busch still in 3rd. Bowman's falling back to 4th. And then, sure enough, the guy who started 31st is up to 2nd. So I'm sure Kyle Busch wants a caution for sure. Because Logano has just pulled away. I don't know what's going on there. I didn't realize we weren't clear of Bowman, and he's going to push us in the wall. I don't know what's going on there. But it looks like a P4 probably is what we're going to get here. Ten laps to go. I wonder if Buescher's playing a game here with Kyle Busch, because Kyle Busch gets on the front row. It's going to be pretty interesting, but I think the bottom row is the one that works, so we're going to get a caution. I think that's what Buescher's playing at, because he wants to win. Last time this man has won was 2016, but that was not under consistency, but right here is his chance to win under consistency. Eight laps to go. I'm mad at the fact Bowman wrecked us, so you saw a slide hit him. Caution comes out. That was definitely purposely that we hit Bowman. But he's probably going to come for us. But this is probably going to be the final restart. So Buescher, who is in second, has to make the most of it if he wants to win. But he's got us as a person who's going to push him. So I think you already know what this means, though. Buescher has a clear shot to pass Logano, but can he do it, though? I just don't know if he has the pace to pass Logano. But this is definitely what Kyle Busch needed, because now Kyle Busch is in second and he is coming. Speaking of coming on us, like Alex Bowman, who obviously is pissed. But a day gone bad it has been for Chris Buescher. I mean, but then again, it's a good day from us and Buescher. We're trying to hold on to this top five. But where did Eric Jones come from? Look at this man. We can get a new winner. Where is Eric Jones? How did he get this fast? What the heck? Look at this, guys. Eric Jones side by side. What in the world? Eric Jones to the race lead. How is he that fast? Eric Jones is going to win the race. How in the world? I told you that we may have a shocking winner, and sure enough, the 43 is going to shock the playoff grid, and he is going to beat. So Kyle Busch, who has swept stages multiple times this season, he's not going to win. So this has been shocking, but I think Kyle Busch should have won the race, but he didn't. But somehow, I don't know how Eric Jones is going that fast, but Eric Jones somehow manages to win the race. I don't know, but good days from us and Buescher. We both started in the back half of the field. We started in 28th, he started in 31st, and we finished 4th and 5th. So that's a pretty good day, I would think. It is what it is. Move on to Eric Jones. Stole a playoff spot. I think he has not been to Victory Lane yet. Correct me if I'm wrong. After that race, though, because of the stage wins, Kyle Busch is now ahead of Elliott. But they both pulled away from Bowman. So, it is what it is. Eric Jones has not won yet, and he just took a playoff spot away. Keselowski is in the playoffs. Still in the playoffs. But that basically now kicks Christopher Bell out of the playoffs because Eric Jones just won. 17 Busher, 24th. I mean, still, I don't know how he pulled that off. Because Eric Jones' teammate Todd Dillon's in 31st. He's not eligible to make the playoffs. I mean, it is what it is, but still, I don't know how he pulled that off. Let's look at this again. I just don't know how. How in the world did he pull that off is what I'm wondering. Because it really doesn't make any sense how Eric Jones was going that fast final few things. It really doesn't make any sense in my opinion, but I guess it is what it is. So Eric Jones, a new winner. Most of the time we don't have another new winner. It's the regulars out that have been out front. I mean, Kyle Busch got screwed over at the end. He was at the top lane in stage 2 at the end. And that just basically screwed him over. I honestly don't know what would have happened if Kyle Busch was sitting in second, but obviously we'll never know. Another top 5 finish for this 77 Spire Motorsports team, but that will do it, I guess, for these 2 races for next week. But for next week, the 2 races will be Martinsville. We will see a lot of beating and banging. So 7 drivers have a win or more. So Elliott, Cindric, Suarez, Eric Jones, all those guys have 1 win, but us, Harvick, and Kyle Busch still have 2 wins. That's been new multi-time winners. Bowman, Larson, no win. Logano, Hamlin, Chastain, Blaney, Keselowski, Almirola, and Truex rounds up the final spot in the playoffs. Because of that win, Bell is now out. So, obviously, looking at chances for all Jokic Racing, it looks like probably win chances because Kyle Busch is the only one at Jokic Racing that has won at least one race. Kyle Busch has got screwed over multiple times, so he's won the most stages, almost multiple stages more than Elliott. I mean, it is what it is. Bowman's still within contention of both of those guys. Harvick is a good amount back, but we are sitting P5. We only have 1 stage win. But obviously, look at the stats. And we have 2 wins, 7 top 5s, 9 top 10s, and 11 starts. So, 35 laps led. I mean, it is what it is, but... And actually, after this episode, we have a rival. So, Bowman is now a rival. That's interesting. We also have 2 friends, Cole Custer and Briscoe from Stuart Haas, right? But now a Chevrolet, the Chevrolet of Bowman, who's sitting 3rd in points, we now have a rivalry with. Elliott is angry. I honestly don't know what to say there. So, next episode, which will obviously be next Tuesday, we'll have to watch out for Bowman as we're going to Martinsville and Charlotte. So, more than likely, Tuesday will be Martinsville, Charlotte will be Wednesday. So, it is what it is, but I hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace.